How's it going, guys? Gray back with another video, and this one's going to be special. I don't know if I want to say special, but this one's going to be a little bit more serious. You know, I brought this up a week or so back, talking about, you know, it's time. It's time to really start talking about some things that affect all of us. And since I started my channel and I started opening up about where I wanted to go and what direction I wanted to be as a COD commentator, there was a reoccurring question, and it's come from multiple people asking me to speak on pornography, whether it's right or wrong, how does it affect people, what does it do, and those types of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about it. And this is probably going to be a bit of a series because this is a very big subject to cover. In the background, I'm just going to do a mix mash of gameplays. What I'll do is I'll annotate the gameplays as they come on. I don't know if it'll be one or multiple. It just depends on how long I talk. But in this first video, I thought it would be interesting if we put some numbers to it. Let's hear some statistics on pornography and the effects in our society, okay? Second video, I have another idea, but let's start here. All right. By 2017, 250 million people are expected to be accessing mobile adult content from their phones or tablets, and that's an increase of over 30% from 2013. And this is an interesting quote. It comes from Damon Brown. Y'all don't know who he is, but he is the author of Playboy's most famous covers, and he says it seems so obvious. If we invent a machine, the first thing we are going to do after making a profit is use it to watch porn. Wow. 9 out of 10 internet porn users only access free material, whether it be samples of pay material, illegally copied versions of pay material, or amateur material. 1 in 5 mobile searches are for pornography. 24% of smartphone owners admit to having pornographic material on their mobile handset. In 2006, it's estimated that the revenues for sex-related entertainment businesses were just under $13 billion in the United States. Wow. That's a shocking one. 69% of pay-per-view internet content market is pornography. Global porn revenues have declined 50% since 2007 due to the amount of free porn online, which is shocking. And that just shows you guys that it's easier for us to access this stuff. The porn industry generates $13 billion each year in the United States alone. Internet porn alone is a $3 billion per year industry. 79% of porn performers have used marijuana and 50% have used ecstasy. Kind of giving you a background on the people that you're watching on the screen. 88% of the scenes in porn films contain acts of physical aggression, and 49% are scenes of verbal aggression. Those types of things will pervert you guys and pervert the way you view intimacy with your significant other. 32% of adult membership websites and 58% of free adult websites come from outside the United States. So this is not just a US problem, this is international. There are higher percentages of subscriptions to porn sites and zip codes that, get this you guys, are more urban than rural, have experienced an increase higher than an average household income, have a great density of young people aged 15 to 24, have a higher proportion of people with undergraduate degrees, and have a higher measure of social capital, means they have more money. And so what it shows you is that people who live in a more affluent area have a higher percentage of watching pornography. It's crazy. Now, we'll break it down. I mean, let's not just talk about the general public, let's talk about the church too. Let's go into the church with porn, see what they have to say. 51% of pastors say internet pornography is a possible temptation. 64% of Christian men and 15% of Christian women say they watch porn at least once a month. 75% of pastors do not make themselves accountable to anyone for their internet use. And out of regular church attendees, 26% less likely to look at porn. However, self-identified fundamentalists, which is an evangelical Christian, are 91% more likely to look at porn. How about teenagers? Listen to this. This comes from the U.S. Department of Justice. Never before in the history of telecommunications media in the United States has so much indecent material been so easily accessible by so many minors in so many American homes with so few restrictions. Did you know, these are shocking, get ready for this. Did you know that 9 out of 10 boys are exposed to pornography before the age of 18? The first exposure to pornography among men is 12 years old on average. 71% of teens hide online behavior from their parents. 28% of 16 to 17-year-olds have been unintentionally exposed to porn online. That means that they weren't looking for it, okay? 20% of 16-year-olds and 30% of 17-year-olds have received a sext. On average here, 6 out of 10 girls are exposed to pornography before the age of 18. 15% of boys and 9% of girls have seen child pornography. 32% of boys and 18% of girls have seen bestiality online. 39% of boys and 23% of girls have seen sexual bondage online. 83% of boys and 57% of girls have seen group sex online. And 69% of boys and 55% of girls have seen same-sex intercourse online. You guys, I mean, I can keep going here. I mean, 51% of males and 32% of female students first viewed porn before their teenage years. This is hurting me just reading this stuff. 67% of young men and 49% of young women say viewing porn is an acceptable way to express one's sexuality. Think about how perverted that has become over the years. Do y'all realize that pornography is actually a crime? That there are over 20,000 institutions out there that are committing a federal offense by peddling pornography? It is against the law. There is a law enacted against it. Politically liberal people are 19% more likely to look at porn. 68% of young adult men and 18% of women use porn at least once every week. 19% of 18 to 24-year-olds have sent a sext. And students who have had sexual intercourse are 5 times more likely than virgins to be involved in sexting. You want to look at what porn does to your marriage? Happily married men are 61% less likely to look at porn. Those with teen children are 45% less likely to look at porn. However, 68% of divorce cases involve one party meeting a new lover over the internet. 56% of divorce cases involve one party having an obsessive interest in pornographic websites. Men are more than 543% more likely to look at porn than women. 70% of wives of sex addicts could be diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And those who have ever engaged in paid sex are 270% more likely to look at pornography. You guys, I mean, the numbers are shocking, and that's just a snippet of it. I mean, I could keep on talking for another 15 minutes about these statistics out there, and it's mind-boggling. Now, the key thing to understand here is that you are not alone. That is probably the worst notion that you can have in your mind, that you're the only one who struggles with pornography. If you are a man with the access that we have today, it is literally every man's battle. We are all struggling with this same thing, and there is a way to battle it and to pull yourself out of it. So, this will be the beginning. I promise I will do more. I want you guys to leave comments down below. Let me know which one of these statistics stood out the most to you. I mean, how does this come across to you? I mean, what are you thinking? And don't fool yourself. The worst thing that you can do is to think that you're above this, that this doesn't affect you, that you can't fall to this. And even worse than that is to think that you're the only one who struggles with this. Because if you're honest with yourself, and everybody's honest, all men struggle with this issue. And the more you realize this, the more you realize that you are not abnormal. This is normal. You have to do something. Okay, I'll leave it at that. As always, you guys hit the thumbs up button if you got something out of it. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more, because there will be more videos along this line. I'll see you in the next one.